You know, flicker. Somebody like tell about it.
What up? It's about the Entertainment with the latest news and reviews like all the time, every second, every minute, every hour, every day. So as I said the title, as I said the thumbnail, I know we're editing out with this one and what's on news minute. But remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. Now back to the update. Yes, on Vybz Kartel Retrial hearing about his freedom and also the possibility of a retrial. Also, we have on the news menu where 6 Dan Tyson has been officially freed, but guess what? Tyson made a move that disrespect the whole entire 6 organization, including Kman and Squash, a lot would say, but we'll get into that very later. But let's get into the Vybz Kartel ordeal right now. Bail could address Kartel's mental state during retrial process, says Kingston, Jamaica prosecutor Janet Forbes. Say Vybz Kartel could be granted bail to address the entertainer's medical concern during a retrial for the dancehall star and his co-accused, noting that gravity of his illness as well as his mental deterioration is not being disputed by the Crown. Forbes said the granting of bail could address these concerns. He argued that if bail is not granted, then there is a provision at the Department of Correctional Services that could also address Kartel mental state. Defense lawyer Isaac Buchanan on Wednesday cited medical and psychological report for Kartel, noting that the Fever singer not only suffer from grave disease and as a failing heart, but also as a weakened mental state, the emotional toll, the anxiety that comes from it, the mental weaknesses that has developed as the result of the ordeal. It should not be lost. The total of 13 years, Buchanan told the court. But we have more here. Noting that the Crown is not challenging the report of the doctor. Forbes acknowledged that Kartel is facing a grave illness and require medical attention outside a prison facility. Justice Marva McDonald Bishop, however, proposed that a prison doctor provide a report on whether or not Kartel can be treated in prison. Kartel, whose name is Adija Palmer, Sean Star, Matsu Sankara, all of them, you know, they are before in the retrial process. But what that simple mean, where the judge has said, alright, we're going to need a medical report from the prison officials that run in the prison, whether or not Kartel can be treated in the prison. Obviously, them are going to say, yeah, him can be treated in the prison most likely, but it's not going to be true, and everybody can sit through that, and the judge. Also, the prosecution realized that their arguments are very weak, so what they are doing is trying to secure bail for Vybz Kartel under the disguise of having a retrial. So their plan is give him bail, but that simply mean we would get the retrial at a later date. But nonetheless, we have the retrial. But Vybz Kartel lawyer them no want that. Vybz Kartel lawyer them say them want him free outright. Yes, as a Buchanan say, 13 years behind bars. Yes, so them need them clients them to be free. But let's get into the part where the constitutional breach was addressed by the prosecution and how they are trying to justify that. The Crown say there has not been a breach in Vybz Kartel and his co-accused right to fair trial within a reasonable time, but acknowledge that a retrial might result in the violation. It is a change in its position following Thursday presentation by Acting Director of Public Prosecution Claudette Thompson, who at the time had agreed there was a breach in the accused's constitutional right to a fair trial within a reasonable time, but argued that the breach was justified. That's strange, because once a breach in the constitutional right, it cannot be justified. A breach is a breach. So basically what the prosecution has done, prosecution realized that them have a weak argument, so them shot themselves in them leg and I try clean up the mess and I try make nobody not see what go on. But when you don't get shot already, the wound is already there. We are saying there was the breach of their rights to be heard within a reasonable time. We are saying the delay can be reasonably justified based on all of the activities that took place during the 10-year period. and we are saying that having a disaggregate what was happening during that time period, the presumption of unreasonableness, we have rebutted that presumption by demonstrating to this court that it is that was taking place over the period of time, Thompson stated Thursday. The Crown, however, has now clarified its position, stating that there has not been a breach thus far, but said a retrial could see a potential breach. So what's that telling you? Once it never clean from the beginning, it's not going to be clean in the end. So being that there was a breach before, there will be a breach if this should go to a retrial again. So prosecution, give up, give right up, because the judge hearing this argument and the public, it doesn't make any sense. Y'all admitted that there was a breach. Don't change up your mouth right now. The retrial hearing for entertainer Vybz Kartel and his co-accused has been extended for an additional day. The matter was expected to conclude Friday, however, the proceeding will now roll over into the 6th day on the Tuesday, June 18, 2024, when the Court of Appeal will hear the Crown's concluding arguments in concluding the 5th day of the hearing. On Friday, Justice Marva McDonnell declared that the hardest part in the matter is yet to come, presumably in reference to the many submissions anticipated the decision regarding whether Kartel and his crew will be freed or their matter returned to the Supreme Court. Addressing the court, the Crown said it's appreciated that the court may find that there was a breach of the constitutional right, but said the next step should be the examination of the appropriate remedy. So the Crown basically has said, yeah man, you probably find a breach along the way reading through all the notes and everything and the arguments. Yeah, but we don't focus on the breach, we focus on the remedy for the breach. Yeah, so that is ludicrous if you ask me. So the prosecution basically, I tell the judges, just glance over that, not pay attention to that. We can fix that. You see me, in terms of, yeah man, we can fix that, but don't pay attention to the breach. Them people here are sick. Alright. Crown Counsel Lorian Tugwell argued that a total acquittal should be the last resort and pointed to several safeguards to prevent further constitutional breach. These safeguards include an order for an expedition of the matter, the granting of bail for the accused, and legal aid where the accused have been indicated that they will soon not be able to afford their lawyer due to the financial strain of 13 years of court process had on their pockets. Alright. Posing the question about the medical condition of the accused, McDonnell said Kartel has the right to be treated humanely. So that's how the judge basically has said. The judge has said Kartel them have the right, same way been treated humanely.
That was man, you don't know what's going on. You know, flicking. Nobody like I tell about it. I tell you. Yeah, something.
So Six Dan, also known as Tyson, the leader for the Six organization down in Trinidad, St. Paul to be exact, is the headquarters. Yeah man, you know Tyson free from jail right now, recently freed, and I want to say freedom is always the best thing a man can have. However, Tyson was on his Instagram live playing a series of music, and Skeng end up got played, and the six them in the comment section of his live went crazy, and Tyson even was laughing like the DJ must know like where am I going with, but nonetheless them take it in a jokify manner, but it was a serious issue. A lot would say Kman and Squash was disrespected, and the whole entire organization, being that Skeng is always dissing the six. So here we're going to have that video, and we're going to play it very, very soon. When I say very, very soon, I mean like now.